Thy kingdom come. We pray thy kingdom come. When we pray thy kingdom come every day, how many times? Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. God would be correct in hearing that with the assumption that we're willing to help him bring about thy kingdom. And we're not saying my kingdom come. We're saying your kingdom come. Your kingdom come, God. And then God has to assume that we're willing to help bring about his kingdom. He's taking it as, okay, here's somebody who is willing to serve, willing to receive. My friends, there's this let's say we're looking for a doorway to get into the mind of God. Okay, let's take it the opposite way. We're looking for receptivity so God can get into our mind. We talk about demonic possession. Let's talk about divine possession. God can get into my mind. My desire is to be receptive. This is a doorway that flows both ways. You need to have a desire to receive God's mind into yours. God, grant me the desire to receive your mind. Grant me the opaqueness. Like you see, if you have an opaque mind, if you're not closed mind, your mind is kind of opaque, then you're open to the limitless potentials that are available to us to solve the problems in the world. Every problem on this planet has a solution. For every problem, every difficulty, every challenge, there is a solution. For these contentious conversations about politics, remember, Christ wasn't a politician. I'm not a politician. But I'm not going to hold back. I mean, some things are wrong. I don't care what the church is not a political entity in the name of God. It's God's church. It belongs to him. Jesus Christ started this church. He's the leader of it. The Holy Father is the one in the chair. There shouldn't be any questions about it. There shouldn't be any questions. Thy kingdom come. The kingdom of Jesus Christ coming. How many here have ever had a great idea and someone said, nope, that's not what we're doing? Okay.
Every day.
Every day? Yeah, you're married. That's what my husband would say, I think. But, and then later you found out, gee, that wouldn't have been the right thing. And then you learn over time, I have to listen to that person. That person gives me good counsel. Yes? Yes. So we learn to pay attention to those prophets. Well, I see the Holy Father is pointing to an apparent horizon. He's not saying it's going to be like a new Woolworths store, and this shelf's going to be there, and we're going to sell this there, and this is going to be there, and that's going to be there. Aisle 7 is going to hold thread, and aisle 4 is going to have scissors and thimbles. The Pope's not doing that. He's saying, we have to turn this ship. This is a big ship. It's going to take a lot of turning. No one's going to like that I'm starting the process, but we have got to turn the ship. And that's what I believe he's pointing to, an apparent horizon. And then I think other people are taking that and saying, oh, he means buttons and bows in aisle 2, and then threads in aisle 6. That makes it, I think he's being distorted, my friends. That's what I'm saying. So be careful. I would be cautious about any movement that pulls away from unity beneath the chair of Peter. Our service, if we're Catholic, goes up through the chair of Peter. That's the way it is. In a sense, you're all muted. It's not fair because you probably have thoughts and opinions, but that's mine. Okay, then the other thing, let's see. Well, let me just get my last thought. So we're looking for ontological hope, hope at the level of your being. Ultimately, you're going to meet your eternity. There are going to be saints there, people who have gone before you, who have been helping you and prompting you. They're going to be there to greet you, and they're going to say, you did really well there. I'm proud of how you took that prompt. Well done. That was hard for you. And you're going to see that you're getting it more right than wrong, and you're going to rejoice in the service that you've offered. You're going to see the impact of something good you did for somebody else. And you're going to say, I had no idea what was on the other side of that statement. You might say, gee, that frightens me because I've made mistakes. Yeah, well, we all have. And people have had to forgive us. Have they? Yes? Is that true? Yeah, they've had to overlook what we've done. And we, too, have forgiven others, right? Yeah, we've forgiven others. When you forgive someone else, you get this enormous grace. Enormous grace. And in a sense, it doesn't only wash away the bitterness from what they've done, it washes away mistakes you've made in the past. This residue of sins washes right off you when you forgive somebody. It's the most mutually beneficial thing that can occur for you. Forgiveness for another person. Because you're freeing them from, you're saying, I don't hold it against you. I don't know you well enough to hold it against you. No matter who you are or how many years I've known you. Nobody knows anyone's full story. And then in a sense, what you're gaining from that is almost like a washing off of your guilt, too. Does that make sense? That's the beauty of heaven. That's the beauty of God, the infinite mind of God that does so much with so little from us. If you keep yourself aimed in the direction of God and you're trying, you have a desire, a receptiveness, to an opaqueness, a high ceiling, an understanding that most of what there is to know, you don't know yet. If you can do that, God can visit you with a lot of wisdom that you don't have now. That's coming for you. These times are awesome because the interplay between heaven and each one of us is going to increase. We're going to get more graces with which to serve and which to work. And that's going to be like exciting and fun and creative and calming. And calming.